What's up, guys? I am Automatic Jack. I am back with a little more ranked Azkaellon. I know it has been a long time since I made a video. My parents were in town for a while. Since they were staying in my guest room, I figured it would not be something they would want to hear me shouting at the microphone in the middle of the night. So instead, I took a little brief hiatus. I am back. I see that there is a big new update. I did come in for the 4th anniversary update. If anybody can tell me a trick to crafting cards, I'm sure I will figure out the not crafting cards, but crafting the fancy card borders. I don't have enough gems to do so, as you can see, but at some point in the future, I hope to be able to upgrade a couple of my cards. I also got a nice legendary Salamander's Dreadnought, I think, out of my 4th anniversary crate. So tell me in the comments, how did you guys do? What did the crate have? Anything interesting? Anything fun? Anything that will change your collection or your playstyle for the better? Also, was glad to see Crucial Choice in the shop. I did have enough gems. I missed, what was it? I missed Melgator. I was really, really, really sad to miss Melgator. I did not have anywhere near enough gems. And welcoming us back to Legions, here is Karn. Of course, of course. We cannot start a video without having a Karn come and help us out with his graceful presence. We need troops. We need... Probably Bane of Demons isn't bad. Drilling Site's not bad. Yeah, this is actually okay. I think this is about as good as we're going to do.
I am Master of the Sanguinary God. I am the Eightfold Path.
Fancy Karn. Fancy Karn with his golden enhanced void engagement. Look at that sucker. Oh, with the moving eyes. I love it. I love it. Outstanding. We are not that fancy yet, guys. We're still pretty unfancy folks. All right, so we do get this. We're gonna put these counterattacks on the board and just give him a little more room to miss us with pings. The goal is for him to miss our face with pings. Yes, there we go. And he instead manages to ping our face directly. Well, that is really no help there. All we can realistically do here is draw. We could theoretically Bane of Demons in as well, but I think there's probably going to be enough turns with dead energy. Man, it is not good. And the question here is, do we throw in the extra one? Like, is it better to... I think we actually do, because it's only 50-50. It's only 50-50 that he hits us with the pings. And he hits himself if he doesn't. Oh, would have been better to leave it. Would have been better to leave it. Let's hope he misses. Let's hope he misses. Don't hit him. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, love to see that. That's good. That's good. Excuse me. Okay, so I got a plan here. I got a plan. I got a cat as well. Watch this. We're gonna take this guy off the board. He's gonna make that. Then we're gonna Drilling Sight into Matadus and flank into Matadus. Kill this off. And make ourselves more Matadus. I know, cat. What's going on? I hear that too. Is it the wind? I think it's the wind. Either that or the crow is back. There's a crow. Oh, that's fine with us. That's fine with us. Doesn't hurt me a bit. That's perfectly awesome. Perfectly awesome.
This is no time for distractions.
Alright, so we're just going to order that right off the board. Yeah, we're just going to order that straight on off the board. And the next time we got room to get a Dawnbreaker down. He is missing with a lot of pings. I can't complain about the luck here. Yeah, he's hit himself with way more pings than he's hit us with. But unfortunately, it's going to be tough. He sees, let's see, he's got 9, 10, so he's pretty much got lethal. We can damage him for 5. We can damage him for 5. We can get the Janus up. And we don't want to stealth the Janus because stealthing the Janus does us no good. But the chance that he doesn't have any damage in his hand is low. I mean, Karn's always at damage. That's kind of Karn's thing. He's got that. He's got healing. Okay, so he can kill us. Yeah, so he does win. Once again, Karn, we always struggle against Karn. He didn't actually need that extra damage, I don't think. But oh well. Any game against Karn. I think let me take a look here. Let me be a boring streamer and take a look through my warlords here. I think that I have Karn. I will not play a Karn deck unless there is unanimous consensus that Karn is the warlord to play, because I don't know. I don't like it. It's too similar. At least with Azkaellon, there's some there's a little more thought to be had. Okay, so here's Rowboat Girly Man, the star of our latest campaign. Have you guys played the campaign? I played through it. I gotta say, I think it was a harder campaign than usual, although not the boss. I absolutely dominated Lorgar Transfigured. Lorgar was a joke. I mean, just slapped him around. But earlier in the campaign, I mean, like, I think I lost to Erebus maybe with the second warlord with Remus Ventanis or something like that. I mean, it was a harder campaign than I'm used to. I was a little bit surprised. Okay, so we get the Dawnbreaker. I don't think we counterattack here. I think the counterattack is better when we can get the front line up, because it might convince him to use like his practical there that gives him opening salvo. Might convince him to use opening salvo. Okay, he has a mission deck. No surprise there. Mission deck is very common. Mission deck is very common. We got 3. I think we look for a card. We get the Bane. Okay, so here at this point we'll counterattack, and maybe we can at least prevent him from drawing practicals. I doubt that he decides to use his 2 energy on this. Unfortunately, it does give him courage. That's one of the reasons I wanted to wait. Because, like, he gets his mission up, and then he plays his little, What is this? Okay, Bane of Demons, maybe? What do we think? What do we think? Taking 5 to the face seems bad. Maybe just baning it and drawing. And hitting him. And then how are we doing? We're at 8. So I don't love that. That's a pretty big hand. This is the only deck in the entire world where you can have too many cards. That we have an answer for. That we have an easy answer for. So we draw to 10, we play 2, that's 8. We draw 1 on Judgment, that's 9. Or do we even draw 1 on Judgment? Do we just put out the... Maybe we just Lorder it. Yeah, I think we probably just Lorder it, right? I think we just Lorder. And he is probably going to ping that, but I'm actually kind of okay with that because it leaves him a lot less energy to work with. When I say ping, I frequently mean Warlord power, which I should say like tap. I mean, tap is the... Ping is typically 1 damage. Okay, so he gets his Astartes back, and then he taps this off. Okay. Oh, and he's got a service stud up here. Look at this. I have not... This is the first guy I've played who's had one of these service studs. I haven't been playing a lot lately, just keeping things... Let's see, we can't draw, can we? No, we can't draw. Maybe we just Dawnbreaker and Escape on it. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Because we still got the Janus combo. Janus works great with this combo. Better than Dawnbreaker does, maybe. Because Dawnbreaker, for that to really get its full effect, you'd need 2 enemy troops on the board, and that's a little uncommon. Like 2 troops that it's worth smashing Dawnbreaker into, which is hard. He's just going for straight face here. He's all about that face. About that face, no table. Alright, so let's see. We got 7 energy. I think we hit here to remove this. Hit here to remove this. Janus up and flank. Which will keep Janus on the board. And we're still in an okay card pool. He is doing very well for cards though. I mean, obviously the guy knows what he's doing. He's at bronze 1 already. So he was a level 100 player. He's got a Retribution Strike to deal with the Janus. And he just has so many of these ingenuous command. That's a problem. That is a problem. Tiberell into Vent seems good. The question is really, do we draw or do we get a Matadus as well? I think we get a Matadus as well. He's not up all these, so I can't eliminate the Matadus dropout, so he has to waste an action. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about this. We'll see. The struggles of being a fairly bad player in Terra. The struggle is definitely real. Oh, he reversed Tiberell'd me. Yikes. Yikes, the brutal reverse Tiberell. Well, that's Spear. That's Prophecy. And then I don't think we just draw. I think we gotta keep putting pressure out. Yeah, I like the idea of drawing there, especially to protect the Matadus. We've got a couple troops. We got 8 damage in hand. We got to get damage onto his face, and we have used both stealths. That was a really excellent answer there. That 8/8 that removes the highest attack enemy troop. Yikes. That's a painful answer. Okay, he gets his big thing up. Okay, we'd have to use basically a shock assault on both of these. We got 10 energy. I think about the best we can do here is draw. Brutal draw there. Sangos are awesome, but they don't really help us here. I think we go here, we Janus, unfortunately. Take that off and make Janus a 6/3. It's not great. It's not great. Make him use some cards to get rid of that at least. He's trying to decide, and he does decide correctly. Gets the Apothecary Theon out there. Okay, so this heals 2 random units on his side, but we're gonna get overwhelmed under a tie to these, gonna get overwhelmed under a tie to those guys. That is an unfortunate thing. I mean, Dawnbreaker into Shock Assault maybe, but that doesn't really help as much. We gotta draw and look for... Well, okay, so maybe flanking the Dawnbreaker is the answer. Can't hit the Warlord. But we're so low. I mean, relatively speaking, we're not able to get much card advantage. We spent a lot of what we have. We got 8 cards left. He's already got his Reckoning and his Mission. I mean, this is a...
Bring the peace.
Yeah, 33. This is a doomed endeavor on our part. A doomed endeavor. We don't give up, but we are probably reaching a point where we're going to be forced into an impossible corner. He gets a flank out of it. Gets another fast. It's quite the deck. Alright, and with that, I think we are definitely doomed. We got 6 cards. Really, and Host kind of works against us with Ultramarines because it just gives us a, gives it ultra courage potential. Yeah, there's Host. Too little too late, my friend. Too little too late. Alright, well, with 9 energy against his 37 Reckoning mission, I think we're probably done with that. So, yes, that's a tough one. I want to see, when I take a quick look here. Let's take a look and see what the prestige looks... Wait, how is he... Is he prestige 1 and level 83? Maybe it levels you up even further if you are... like if you were way over 100, maybe it prestiges you up to the level that you would have been. Since we get Nemeal. Interesting. We don't see a lot of Nemeals. Let's see how Nemeal does. We keep the Judgment. I think we keep the Judgment, because we're drawing for Janus. Dawnbreaker's okay.
I am master of the Sanguinary God.
Janus, Tiberell, one of those would be great. Even Matadus could potentially take advantage of it. The urge to get the early Matadus is pretty strong. Really kind of hoping there for some tactics. Hoping for... we need to get a Prophecy in our hands. Maybe getting rid of Judgment and getting a Prophecy would have been the best roll. I have a hard time with mulliganing. It is definitely my weakest trait. It is the thing I'm worst at by a pretty significant margin. Okay, we don't have enough to do our Matadusing. We don't have quite enough even to kill this. Drilling Sight the Bane of Demons? It's very slow for future turns. But then he is going to be able to buff like crazy. Man, we're already in trouble.
I am master of the
guys, I'm telling you, it's a merciless game. Especially when you're not great. Yeah, does not help. He's got a Terror Sight in his hand, so he can use that to get rid of our troops with a quickness. There's Host when we did not really need it. Okay, so I think it's Drilling Sight into Matadus and Judgment. There's a Prophecy, so a Prophecy will come in very handy. We can clear down a little bit. How are we at? So we're half a card ahead. Pretty close board. And he can keep making board, but at least he can't buff him quite as easily. We do need to get into that mid game pretty quickly. I mean, surely. I was gonna say, surely he hits it. He can't not hit it. All right, so Bane here, almost without question to get rid of this. I think that's right. All right, this Bane. We're gonna keep the Prophecy for right now. I think keeping Prophecy is a good idea. We're gonna Matadus, but we're not gonna stealth it. We'll take the other 3. Because this way he can, he has a little harder time removing the drop pod. He has, once again, I mean, a good amount of cards, including one of these we remember is Terror Sight. But he has to hit whatever it is with his face to Terror Sight it. So if it's a Dawnbreaker, that's less good. Cracks the drop pod, not unexpected. Okay, now we're looking at Prophecy time. Yeah, now we're definitely looking at Prophecy time. so we'll take the 3 cards. And just so we do not overdraw, and to kind of keep him within health range, we'll get the Bane of Demons out of our hand. Probably should have hit him there, actually. I think that was a mistake. So we're drawing well. I mean, we're definitely doing fine on draws. And this turn is the setup. So what we want is for him to not lose all of his troops, potentially even put out more troops. We don't want to look at removal. We just want to get a Dawnbreaker and stealth it. I think we do hit him. We just want to get the Dawnbreaker and stealth it because we could potentially have a big swing next turn. We could put 16 damage on his face next turn and bring him down to 3. We could put 18 damage on his face, including our Warlord. So if the Dawnbreaker lands, we're in for a big turn. Potentially also being able to heal ourselves a bit. If he plays a Caliban's Heart or something like that and puts in all his Jaegers, big. If he does it and buffs them all, he's going to play, I assume, yeah, Strategic Mastery. Okay, that's still okay with us. That's still okay, because now he's going to hit us, and we're going to be able to cash in with that Crimson Spectre. And we really, really, really want him to, especially this guy, we want him to swing. There we go. Alright, that's fine. We can take that damage, because we're going to buff hard. We're going to buff really, really, really hard. Alright, so now, big swings. We'll heal up our 8. We'll... I mean, I think, yeah, again, hit him twice in the face. And then set up for the Prophecy. Do we dare kill his troop? I think we just go for his face. Alright, 1 health. He can heal up to 3 and we can still insta-kill him. He can in fact heal 4 more and we can insta-kill him. He's got to kill the Dawnbreaker. He has no choice. Can't use his face. Power doesn't do that much for him. And he doesn't have a lot of active troops on the board. So... okay, it's still within tolerances. Still within tolerances. Does he have 2... does he have 2 damage in his hand? For 2 energy. He does not. Okay, so we get it. Alright. So, first victory of the day. There it is. We draw the card for killing an enemy unit. And we managed to remain in the 2600 contingent. Good for us. Okay, so tough game, but pulling it out. That Dawnbreaker is the swing. I mean, it is the swing. 6 damage, Bloodthirst, Unstoppable is a major, major, major swing that is very hard to come back from. What will we find? Oh, here we have it. Raldoron. Bro on bro warfare. Blood bros. Alright. Keep the Bane for sure. Dump the Host for sure. Good with Matadus. That's a great starter. Don't know about 2 Banes.
Warriors are ineffective.
No
What's your damned turn, bodyguard?
He says bodyguard like it's an insult, but Azkaellon guards, you know, Sanguinius, who you'd think that Raldoron would have a pretty, you know, he'd be pretty glad that his dad is, you know, getting guarded. I guess Sanguinius probably doesn't need much of a bodyguard right up until the end. Ooh, yeah, sorry, Blood Angels fans. Old Sango was a little bit of an oof. So we just Bane and draw. We'll just take this off. We don't want to leave the cleave on the board. And we don't want to leave him with the opportunity to smash it into our face and then take it or tap it off with his Warlord power. So I'm okay with that. That's kind of fine for us. He gets his counters. He gets his Requiem. Okay, so he is playing the Requiem mission, so he gets his Requiem. We probably just lured her that, right? We just lured her it. And it seems like we just lured her. We'll get rid of that so we can't Requiem further. We gotta be careful. I mean, Raldoron is a very good warlord to use the Requiem deck with. Because of his ability to put down things that he can then either tap himself or he can just fast sacrifice it. The Matadus Judgment move. We figure he probably doesn't have that many. I mean, he has to put down Requiem troops in order to get his mission. And it is harder when those Requiem troops... I mean, he's used his 2 cheapest ones as far as I'm aware. So now he's going to have to play, like, you know... He's probably going to play an Angel's Tears into Drachia Squad, is my guess. Like, Angel's Tears into Drachia Squad is a I think that is very likely that that comes out next. So we got 10 cards in hand to get this. Keep hitting him in the face, because Raldoron does not like to be hit in the face. It's kind of ironic the bodyguard is going on offense, the guy who is mocking the bodyguard. Okay, he does have a different Requiem. Take things off his Facade, and that's a very good draw. Okay. Interesting. So this Requiem deck is interesting. We might put one of these together after this. We might take a look at what this deck can do. I don't know if I have the Blood Angel mission. I think that I do, though. I think that I do. So maybe even Spectering, and yeah, I think we Spectre here because we're not likely to. We want to keep. You know, we'll get our 4 health back. We'll do damage to him. I think that's all right. It does leave him with pings, but I mean, you know, nothing's perfect. We gotta... And now it's time we gotta just hit him. We gotta just hit him super hard. So, do we have card space to draw? We don't have space to draw. Which is more dangerous, Stealth Dawnbreaker or Host? Stealth Dawnbreaker and a Matadus Squad as well. Maybe we even Foresight. Maybe we even Foresight. No, I think we're 1 turn off that. I think we're maybe 1 turn off that. We'll see. We'll see. We will be able to Foresight next turn. Okay, fairly slow. Down to 6 energy, so he's not playing Sangos. He does have a spear, but I don't think it's the Matadus. Thank God for stealth. There's a Matadus. There's a Requiem. Alright, so let me do some math here. Sorry, I know nobody likes to watch that. Yeah, I think we get him. I think we get him, because we can last stand here. Hit him twice to pop a Survivor bubble. Yep, we pop a Survivor bubble. We hit him again, and we Bane of Demons him again. I told you it was good to keep that Bane of Demons. Look at that. Look how he's working. Hey, and we beat our first guy with a Prestige stud. That's pretty cool. We are... We can take a look. Now, this will confirm whether that other guy just played 83 levels worth. And yeah, so he's 47. So you definitely get the levels up above 100 that you are at. All right. Well, that feels good. Nice to take out the Blood Angel who always makes fun of Azkaellon. To be fair, I also make fun of Azkaellon. constantly, all the time, all the time. And our last game. So Warp Chatter, a fantastic podcast about legions, just did their episode on Alpha Legion. You should check it out. They have an incredible song about Alfarius. Yes, I know. Listening to songs about podcasts or on podcasts about legions, it sounds like a weird way to spend your time. I laughed my ass off. I laughed my ass off. I was dying. Scuff, if by some bizarre chance you end up watching this video, that was the funniest damn thing. Oh my god, I was dying. People were looking at me like I was an idiot. No comment on that part. I mean, okay, so he's had his rally. I'm not concerned about the troop being there. Take that. That's fine. Good to have spears. I mean, he's got a Azkaellon score or not Azkaellon score. I don't even know what the guy's name is. Something score. You know, the guy with the happy face. You guys know what I'm talking about. The legendary with the he's got a mask that looks exactly like a smiley face. I don't think that we probably don't want to draw, right? I mean, do we draw? Like, do we put out just a drilling site loritor? Whoa, what do we do? Because he can maybe draw us more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drilling site loritor and start hitting him and look for ways to start reducing my hand a little bit. We gotta be careful about not having a ginormous hand, because usually one of our strategies is like get into the late game with a big old scary hand, and less good when you were playing against Alpha Legion. You know, that said, well, what would we really be drawing for? I don't think we even need like lots of cards at this point. Because that's only when something attacks, though, right? Yeah, that's when an enemy attacks. Okay. Alright, so we will go ahead and do that. And then we'll draw 3 point more damage. I know I just said I wasn't going to do it. It also keeps the Loritor alive for another smash, potentially. Loritors are smashy boys. We've got a shock assault that if we could get more troops on the board, we would be in pretty good shape to use it to get rid of this, but it's a little late on traps. Man, how many people are ranked 100 in this game? My god. I'm ranked I'm like level 54. How long does it take? It must take forever. It must take forever. Okay, so I think we shock assault. We just shock assault this off for the buff. You know, it's actually more damage. If we're going to use both Bane and shock assault, it's more damage if we Bane this. And then shock assault his face. Yeah, it's significantly more damage. It does kill the Loritor with Pale Spear, so you know, it's going to happen sometimes. It's 50-50.
We are Legion.
Okay, so he hasn't revealed his Warlord yet. Should I use my Jack Psychic Powers to predict a Warlord? I'm going to. I'm going to say that he is Exodus. I'm going to say that he is Exodus. Host, before he is in harrowing range? Yeah, Host. Host gives him lots of targets too for Pale Spear, so Host is kind of good. Crimson Spectre is probably not going to help us much against Alpha Legion. I also did not know that the Alpha Legionnaire is a karate master. Do you hear the hi-ya? Outstanding. Outstanding. Oh, he's Alfarius. Okay, I got it wrong. Well, they're all Alfarius, so technically, I still am correct. I mean, he is probably actually, you know, Probably actually somebody else under all that. So I think score comes out next, right? Score comes out next. Is that right? I think it's right. Might as well get this in because score is going to stun it anyway. Our spears get cheap. We got a pretty cheap spear to get rid of score with. Not super cheap. Oh, it's not score. Okay. We draw. Oh, very lucky. Very lucky. 2 on the same drop pod. Good God. What a monster. Command bridge. Again, pretty slow. Maybe he has his other... Man, this guy has run afoul of Alfarius. He is... That's an expensive way to remove a drop pod right there. Using your jam on it? Woof. Okay, okay, okay. So maybe he was Exodus originally. I'm not able to ask him, unfortunately. Spectre? I think we Spectre. Because we get 4 health back. No, you know what? Actually, okay, I take that back. I take that back. We have to get cards out of the hand because he's about to harrowing us. Yeah, we gotta dump cards. Probably a waste. Could be a waste. Less damage overall. Yeah, but he is going to harrowing us if he has a harrowing. So let's see what he's got. He's got 9 damage, and he gets 5 off a harrowing. Oh, there's happy face. Yeah, that is a happy face. I don't care what you say. Auto-on score there, absolutely a happy face. And he stealths him, so we need a prophecy desperately. Desperately need prophecy. That's not exactly a prophecy reveal. We could also use a Tiburon to do it. No, it wouldn't. Well, that is not it at all. And he has us next turn because it's 9 and 9. So, unfortunate. We'll play the we'll play that big tactic. But he's got 9 energy here. He's got 9 damage there, and that is the end of his phase. And he only needs 14. He's got 18. So, a good game. I maintain that he was Exodus all along, and he was just tricking us. He was tricking. He was being tricksy. Okay, so I think we won 2 out of 5 there. So we dropped the rank. Not the end of the world. Like I said, I haven't played in a little bit. Not that I'm excuses, but while we're here in the end, maybe I you know what, I'll do a new video about it. But I'll make one of those Raldoron Requiem decks, even though it didn't seem to work very well. Maybe we can get lucky. Maybe we can get some good work out of Raldoron. I think he's the man to do it for Requiem with his ability to kill his own troops. Azkaellon's kind of the opposite. Although then again, I guess you could protect things that could then be sacrificed, perhaps. In any event, I am Automatic Jack. Thank you for your patience. I know it's been a very quiet week. I will be back with more regular videos. Love the game. Love you guys. If you enjoyed the video, if you like the channel, throw me a like. Toss me a subscribe. We'd love to see those numbers get bigger. And I will see you all the next time. This is Automatic Jack signing off.